Hello everybody and welcome to the Import-Export Hub channel Weekly Newsreel. Your host Bogdan here. I hope that you are all doing great, and guys, without losing too much precious time here with lengthy introductions, let's start with the quiz question for this week, which it's about pianos, and it goes like this. So, who was the largest exporter of upright pianos, including automatic ones, in the world in terms of value in 2021? And the options here are Indonesia, Japan, or Germany. And guys, the correct answer is Japan, with almost $233 million worth of exports. Indonesia came second with $96 million worth of exports, if I remember correctly, while the third option, so Germany, was the third largest exporter with almost $58 million worth of exports and some 9,300 units exported. And now with this useful piece of information that you will most probably forget by the end of the day, let's take a look at the Freightos index for week 38. Yeah, week 38. And basically, the overall index, as we can see here, fell 8% to $4,362, with big movers here involving North America East Coast to China sub-index was up 8%. And China to Mediterranean, who was down 19%. And finally, guys, my foresight came through, even though it lagged a couple of weeks. And now, if I were to somehow guesstimate, the next logical step would be to anticipate some new order cancellations coming from the container shipping lines. I know I've said this thing last week also. I'm still waiting for the system to crack. For now, the carriers are holding well. Their PR offices are doing wonders, but eventually, I think that the news will come. It's just a matter of time. Anyways, in terms of dollar values for the head hauls, for the Trans-Pacific ones, we have here $3,441 for the sub-index connecting China to North America West Coast, and $7,657 for the sub-index connecting China to North America East Coast and the Gulf Coast. While for the cross-Suez ones, we have here $7,278 for the sub-index connecting China to North Europe, and $6,668 for the sub-index connecting China to the Mediterranean, a staggering 19% contraction. And guys, let's wait and see how the shipping lines will respond in terms of capacity management. It seems that there will be a lot of blank sailings in the weeks to come on all the trade lanes. But my personal guess is that they won't be able to dampen that much the hard landing that awaits them. Anyways, speaking here about Suez, the first news comes from containernews.com, as it seems that the Suez Canal Authority will increase the transit tolls next year for all types of vessels. And according to SCA's chairman and managing director here, it seems that this increase is justified based on the market changes in the maritime transport sector, which monitors the ever-increasing daily charter rates for most types of vessels that apparently reached unprecedented levels. And the forecast for next year shows a continuation in this rise, especially for the crude oil tankers and LNG carriers, which guess what, guys, supply mostly the European markets, as Europe right now tries to cut off the dependency on Russian oil and gas. I don't know the exact pricing mechanism here, but at the first look, for sure, it doesn't seem fair to use the charter rates as a proxy. I think that this increase is very, very opportunistic, if you want. And I just felt the need to share this news with you. So without anything else to add here, guys, let's move to my next one. It comes from gcaptain.com and covers the container ship charter market with a nice Harpex index chart that I also cover from time to time. And basically, guys, this analysis reveals the fact that charter rates lag the collapse of container spot rates, but nevertheless are positively correlated. And the million-dollar question now, if you want, is how far will the market fall before finding a new post-pandemic bottom? I won't make any comments here. The charter market is highly complex, and as with all the things related to shipping are quite opaque. So let's wait and see what's going to happen. It's an interesting topic to follow up. It will have a big impact on the decisions regarding the container ship new orders. And guys, rest assured, as soon as I have new info available for you, I will update you. Now moving on to my next news. This one comes from oliveoiltimes.com. So they have their own newspaper. And it's about Morocco's olive oil exports, which seem to have doubled in volume in the first 8 months of this year. With Europe here as the main destination, most probably countries like France, Spain, Italy, or the Netherlands as the biggest importers. All this thanks to the big demand coming from both local and international markets. I think that also the United States is having, it's a big export destination, even though this article doesn't mention the United States. But anyways, if you ask me, this is good news in the context of lower forecasted yield for the year, for this year, because of severe heat waves and drought. And guys, with this article also being covered, I will be moving to my next one, which is also the last one. It's coming from producereport.com, and it covers the Italian kiwi fruits, as now they may be exported towards China by refrigerated cargo ships, which basically are ships especially designed for transporting perishable goods. There is an official document coming from the Chinese Customs Office. You have the link into the article here, which covers all the regulations from, I don't know, pest mitigation to the type of packaging and so on. But personally, I wonder why this announcement is only meant to the Italian origin fresh kiwi fruits, as Italy's exports towards China are indeed dwarfed by those coming from New Zealand. This is what the article suggests also. And personally, I'm afraid that this could be a signal that China is preparing some kind of retaliation against kiwi fruits coming from New Zealand. And okay, you can call me paranoid or whatever you want, but for me, this is a really big red flag. And of course, I might be totally wrong here, but we will wait and see together in the months to come if this is going to happen or not. Anyways, guys, with this being said, that's all for today. I really hope that you've liked it. Don't forget to hit whatever button you like below this video. And as usual, until next time, keep your business safe. Thanks.